Hello and welcome to lesson number 12. In lesson 12 we will talk about the days of the week and different places that we go. So starting with the days of the week, the sign for days, do you remember we talked about that? Days of OF, the week. The week. And my left hand is flat, my right hand is a pointer. And this has to do with the calendar and the grid on the calendar. And if I go all the way across my hand, that's representing 1 week. So now we're talking about days of the week. Monday. The days of the week are pretty easy because there is a similar motion from Monday through Saturday. So Monday is the letter M, and it's a circular motion. And as I face it, it's clockwise. For you, it would be counterclockwise. So if you think about the minute hand on the clock, Monday, Tuesday with a circle. Remember this sign, you don't want to do that because that means bathroom or going to the bathroom. I need to go to the bathroom. Circular, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now Thursday also begins with a T, so instead we will use an H. Sometimes you will see people do TH. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday is the only one that's different, and it's signed like this, which if you recall looks like the sign wonderful or great, so context will be your key. So to review, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Good. The next that we were going to talk about are places that we go. We go to school. Do you remember the sign for school? We talked about that in a previous lesson. School, school. The store looks like this. This is a flat O hand shape, so make an O and squish it flat. Your hands are up a little bit above your shoulders. Store, 2 shakes, store. If you need to tell the name of the store, most of the time you will need to spell it with proper names, especially if no known name sign is established, you'll have to spell it. Again, I'm not moving my lips on purpose. Normally I would sign it. I'm going to the store named Cub. In English, we would say I'm going to Cub or I'm going to Cub grocery store. The sign for shop, as in the verb, not a place, is like this. So you have your left hand flat with the palm up. Your right hand is an O, again, flat. And it's as though there's money there that is going out. So the movement is out and away from my hand. Shop, shop. To buy something versus shopping is one movement, buy. So the money's there and the money's going to the person at the cash register. The sign for close, in the general generic sense, close, close. It's a number 5 hand shape and your thumb tip is going along your clothing right here, close. Do you remember the sign for please, right? Please. And this is also the sign for pleasure or enjoyment or enjoy. So please remember that some signs you have to depend on the context in order to determine what that sign is. And don't get locked into this is only the sign for please, because it isn't. The signs for new and old look like this, new. So my left hand is flat, my right hand is at a right angle, and my knuckles go across this part of my hand, new. New. Old looks like this, and I've heard it said that it might be for the beard on an old man. I'm not always sure where signs are from, but when I've heard a hint passed on to me from a teacher in a past sign language class, and it helped me to remember, I'm passing that on to you. Old, old. Now, when you're asking someone, how old are you, you don't have to say, how old are you? You can just say. So, in the context, So I said, how old are you? And then I said a number. Do you remember what this number is? If you can't remember, then count from 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, it was 13. And then I did the sign for, oh, okay, I see. If I sign the sentence, and then at the end I added, what did I say? What did I say? I like to go to the store. The next sentence. And that's a new sign. If you put that together and have to think about this being a sign other than please, I enjoy shopping. The sign for church looks like this. My left hand is flat, my right hand is the letter C, and it's on the back of my wrist, church. I go to church on Sunday. The sign for worship looks like this. So my left hand is a letter A, my right hand covers it. And there is a movement, a circular movement toward your body, worship. Did you get that? We talked about that in a previous lesson. In church, I worship the Lord. I added a new sign there. The sentence that I said was, I like to go to the store. Do you remember this? Do you understand? Yes? Yes, you understand? No, you don't understand? And if I'm waiting for a response, I might say, well, which is it? So the sign for which, not the Halloween witch, but which one, is thumb up, alternating. It's not the letter A, your thumb has to be up a little bit. And then I said, which one? Which store do you like to go to? The sign for school, if you recall. New sign. This is the sign. Your pointer just comes gently by your nose, palm in, palm out. It means a few different things. It can mean, I don't care. But it can also mean, I don't mind something. I don't mind. So when I said, I like school, yeah, I don't mind. Doesn't bother me. I don't mind. Another sign for I don't care is the same movement. It's an O by your nose and you throw it out. I said right now, white, fluffy, we talked about this. Snow, I don't care. I go to school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. In school, you have friends. What are the name of your friends? I want you to practice the sign for want, claw hand shape, out away from the body, bringing it in, and the fingers contract slightly. See you later. My left hand is palm up, fingertips facing the ceiling, L in my hand, and it's indicating time passage like on a clock, later.